Team Rocket makes a comeback in the latest Japanese Pokemon set, The Glory of Team Rocket. Giovanni, his admins, and grunts are paired with their many partners in crime. We have Mewtwo, the legendary birds, Persian, and many other iconic Pokemon reminiscent of previous Team Rocket themed sets that we've seen many years ago. However, the artwork has definitely come a long way from the previous Team Rocket sets. To make this video more interesting, I will be opening two languages of The Glory of Team Rocket, in Japanese and in traditional Chinese. These released 2 weeks apart from each other, in Japan on April 18, 2025, and then in Taiwan and Hong Kong on May 2nd, 2025. Remember that both language cards are printed in Japan and therefore will share the same card quality, card list, and pull rates. However, you'll see some slight differences in the packaging and of course, the language. Already from the get-go, when you see the boxes side by side, obvious difference. You have the Japanese version, plain shrink wrap, also the Pokemon logos in English, ironically. And then we have the traditional Chinese version with Pokeball shrink wrap all over it. Same goes for Indonesian, Thai booster boxes as well that are also printed in Japan, by the way. But also the Pokemon logo is in traditional Chinese, again from Taiwan and Hong Kong. I'm actually going to start out with this box. I find it to be more interesting, and then we'll do the Japanese opening right after. So you guys get a treat today. 2 box opening in 2 different languages. I am catching up, so this is my way of being efficient. So, and also we have a better chance at, hopefully pulling some of these special art rares. They are absolutely gorgeous. My chase definitely has to be the Rocket's mold trace. It's come a very long way from the PlayStation 2 graphics from early in the day, from the vintage Rocket sets. I think it was a Rocket EX mold trace. Also, this is just a survey card, do not worry about that. We will do a card trick, one to the front. So Japanese card quality. Printed in Japan, even though it's distributed in Taiwan and Hong Kong. I have to say, I love it when the sets are very themed like this because the artwork tends to be amazing when it's like a Rocket Pokemon. Like, check out that Houndoom, Archer's Houndoom or Rocket's Houndoom by Anaseki Dynamic. It always has that like dark red, sort of brooding atmosphere when it comes to Team Rocket sets, as per the pack art. Even when you go on the website from Pokemon Japan, it gives you like a little warning loading message. It's like so themed, I love it. But it's interesting too with that suitcase that released this time around, because there was a previous one with 2 Rocket promos. This time no promo, but I have to comment on how beautiful these Rocket legendary birds are. This is my favorite out of all of them. So Petrol's Articuno, Rocket's Articuno. I just love the background. It makes Articuno pop so much more and it makes it look very angry. Not to mention this is by Mitsuhiro Arita, like one of the best OG Pokemon artists. I love their, kind of hand-colored sort of type of art style. Like, actually it's funny because Mitsuhiro Arita used to do 3D artwork at one point, I think during when EX cards were still a thing with the hollow borders back then, but primarily Mitsuhiro Arita hand draws his artwork. So that's a lovely art to see in the set by him. Alright, we have Probopass by Sao Sao. Yes, another one of the dark looking Rocket themed cards. Rocket's Ekans. We have Snover, and beautiful Zamazenta art rare by Takumi Wada. It's really funny. I laughed when this released and was revealed because there's a Zacian that was not officially released, but it was officially revealed by Pokemon by the same artist. Again, very, very Zelda vibes. Breath of the Wild, whatever, however you want to describe it. But I'm wondering if that card will ever release because I want to see it side by side with this Zamazenta. It would just go side by side very well, because if you haven't noticed too, this is a sunset setting, whereas Zacian looks like it's a dawn setting, so different times of day too, kind of contrasting each other super well. So hit the like button, guys. That was one of my trace cards from this set, besides the Moltres. And maybe we can hopefully pull it in Japanese as well. That's the nice thing sometimes, opening 2 languages in one video, pulling an awesome card in in 2 different languages. Although they will be same card quality. This isn't like Korean versus Japanese. I'm just sort of proving the point that although it's in traditional Chinese, not simplified, not from mainland China, it's still printed in Japan, and the format of the box, the pull rates, the card quality, pretty much identical. The only difference is the language and then these little inserts. You're not going to see that in the Japanese boxes. All right, we have Smoliv, we have Meowth, Rocket's Meowth, and then we have Metachan, just chilling. This is by Whisker, actually really great artist. They illustrated that Psyduck art rare from the original 151. I do not know how mainline China is going to be releasing those art rares from 151, by the way. Of course, in traditional Chinese, it copied Japanese and English 151, so that's not too different. I'm just more so talking about mainland China because they have their own release called Collect 151 if you haven't heard of it already. Also, I love this artwork of, this is Porygon, Rocket's Porygon. If you haven't noticed, this is by Oswaldo Cato, and this is very significant because usually their artwork takes place like in nature or outdoors. I find this to be like a stark contrast because it's like indoors with technology and, you know, digital sort of things going on. We have Larvitar, so very interesting difference in their art style there. We have Rocket's Crobat. I do love that hollow foil. And if you don't know Oswaldo Cato too well, they did illustrate those language exclusive Pikachus in Simplified Chinese, all 4 of them. The one with the Gengar, the Pikachu, the 2 Pikachus, and the Pikachu with the side duck. So that's a noteworthy artist right there. They also drew the Grotle art rare from a little bit back in the early Scarlet and Violet era. We have Growlithe, we have Rocket Sneasel. Again, I love the dark brooding sort of atmosphere. Even the hollow uncommon and uncommon cards slap in this set. I do love that. Again, nice theme set. Because when it releases in English, you know it's going to release with Heatwave Arena cards. It's very obvious to tell which cards came from Glory of Team Rocket versus which cards came from Heatwave Arena. Another cool card. This is Porygon Z or Porygon Z of Team Rocket. I just like how the highlight really contrasts with the background in one of their hideouts. We have the male Nidoran, Giovanni, Shroomish, Rocket's Rattata. Oh my gosh, really amazing Blaziken art. This should have been an art rare or something. I know there's already a Blaziken art rare, but this is by Kazumasa Yasukuni. If you haven't heard me blabber about this artist already, they are also a Digimon artist. They illustrated the beautiful Zeraora art rare in Stellar Crown or Stellar Miracle. Oh my gosh, there's so many names of the word Stellar now. So yeah, the Zeraora art rare is by the same artist. Oh, very nice Murkrow, Ariana's Murkrow. We have Giovanni's Nidoran, male Nidoran. Oh, the other one was female Nidoran, I apologize. We have Mankey, Giovanni himself. He does have a nice full art and special art rare in this set. I'm very curious to see what we pull in traditional Chinese because at least the secret rare is guaranteed. So when I tell you the pull rates are the same as Japanese, it really is. And sometimes, yes, you can pull more than one secret rare in a booster box. That's a very cute Flaffy, even though it's in a dark, depressing sort of environment. It's raining and there's like red light in the background. Also cool energy, Rocket's energy. It doubles as dark type and also psychic energy. So that's, I'm sure, very useful in the TCG if you're using Rocket Pokemon specifically. You have a lot of dark and poison types. Although in the TCG, I think dark and poison are sort of grouped in the same type category. We have Rotom, Toaster Rotom, Cetoddle, and we have Proton. Fun fact, the Rocket admins or Rocket executives are all named after actual rockets in real life. So Ariana, Archer, Petrol, and Proton. Interesting fact. But then in Japanese, I believe at least Archer, who's Apollo, and then Ariana, who's Athena. They're named after Greek deities or Greek gods. So very interesting theme with the 2 different languages. I have Growlithe, Rattata. Oh, very nice EX to pull. Rocket's Moltres. I love the legendary birds. I collect all of them. But Moltres is the one that got the special art rare. Archer's Moltres. I'll go ahead and sleeve that up. If we're lucky enough to pull the special art rare, I have to try really hard not to scream because it's by Akira Egawa. Absolutely beautiful and detailed artwork of Moltres. Probably one of the best Moltres art I've ever seen. It destroys any previous Moltres art, except I believe the one from the movie. If you guys remember the Pokemon movie 2000, I do like that Moltres artwork a lot. It was a promo. I believe in Japanese it's a hollow and also some sort of promo, like a versus card. And we have here Rocket's Muck, looking like it's about to destroy me. Again, I like the red theme. Nidorina. We have Mankey. Oh, very cute. And then we have art rare. Oh wow, Orbeetle. Yeah, I remember when this card struck a lot of controversy. Hey, I like this. This is by Hyogonosuke. They have a certain way of making artwork pop without outlines, and I find that to be very impressive. And I do like this a lot because the spotlight gives it a lot of character, like they're escaping some sort of like scenery. So very nice art rare. Let's go ahead and sleeve that up. All right, so second art rare. I like it when it's at least the Rocket theme art rares, but the Zamazenta was definitely a good one to pull, even though it's not exactly Rocket themed. Just more so alluding to Sword and Shield era. Alrighty, we have a Watchtower there, Scar Marie, Swallow. Very nice Gen 3 Pokemon, Shroomish again. Okay, it's really funny because I originally mentioned before that Jamming Tower should have a gold card, and to my surprise, they did release it in this set. It's actually a really cool stadium gold card. So yeah, this is an ultra rare. There's a little taillow there too. I like that whenever the gold cards sort of throw in a random Pokemon. I'd rather get this than a full art I don't want, so let's hit the like button. It's very detailed. Yeah, Jamming Tower, your cell phones are in danger. Or just not working, not really in danger. Alright, I feel like I'm in the mall. Can't use my phone. The signal's down. There must be a Jamming Tower nearby. Alright, one to the front. But no worries, sometimes you can pull more than one secret rare. I am not expecting it. We also have a second box, so it's not that bad. Yes, we pulled the third legendary bird, Ariana Zapdos. Very beautiful background by Norikabe. Very nice. I like that perspective on Zapdos. It's giving me also vibes from the Pokemon movie 2000 sort of promo. That was a very good artwork of Zapdos too. I always remember that one for some reason. It has that nice circular kind of aura to it, or halo around its head. Alright, Nosepass. Oh, Nosepass with the cute little flower. It looks like it made its day, and there's another Nosepass in the background. We have Porygon 2, Nidoran, not Nidorino. We have Weezing, Petrel's Weezing. There's an art rare of also that Pokemon in this set. Lots of nice throwbacks. I'm surprised too they brought Wobbuffet into the picture, just not with Jessie. Very nice Akira Egwa artwork, Rocket's Golbat. I do love the Crobat special art rare in this set. That's very cool. Okay, the whole Mareep, Flaffy, and Frost line with Team Rocket is a bit of a contrast because these are like super cute cards, but they're meant to like, you know, be criminal Pokemon doing evil. We have Archer right there. It's just hard to imagine Mareep like robbing a Pokemon Center. I don't know, robbing someone of their Pokemon. I'm sure it's capable of doing so, unless it's like used as a distraction. Alright, we have Archer's Pupitar, Archer's Houndour, Kangaskhan. And we have ooh, nice, Archer's Tyranitar. I do like, I could tell, oh, it's not by Gosan, it's by Ryota Fusei. The color contrasting reminds me a lot of Gosan's artwork, but it's not, it's Ryota Fusei. So the same artist as the Rayquaza special art from Evolving Skies, the V, not the VMAX. Okay, yeah, that's a nice holographic. Again, the holos, uncommons and common cards are lovely in the set, but I definitely say the holos win for me. Ooh, that's a tricky pack to open. Doesn't want to come out. There you go. All right, that one was a bit of a struggle. One to the front. This is a very terrifying Mimikyu. So remember, this is the Pokemon, not this. This is just its way of getting people's attention because it wants to be cute, and it gets very lonely. We have Rocket's Grimer, Rocket Meowth, Arrokuda, and that cool Rocket Energy. The doubled up Psychic Dark Energy. It just looks like a dark energy with the purple sort of background, like as we see in Psychic Energy. Alright, let's get rid of that. There's a lot of waste with these extra surveys. Do I need to take a survey 30 times? No, I don't. They're usually sold individually. Alright, very nice Wobbuffet. Also by Kazumasa Yasuke, did the Zeraora and Digimon artists. I love their, you know, sort of coloring, highlighting different lighting, but in sort of like a rainbow neon color kind of way. I love that. Alright, continuing here. And again, do not go anywhere after I'm done with this box because we have a second one. Ariana, Dolive, Archer's Larvitar, Nidorino, Ampharos. Okay, Ampharos I can kind of see, you know, doing a bit more heinous crimes versus Mareep and Flaffy. There you go. Ampharos looking a bit aggressive there. Alright. Especially under Ariana's control. Alright, let's keep going here. What others can we pull? I do want to pull those legendary birds as well in Japanese when we get to the second box. Very nice Drowsy. Porygon again. And Gorbis. Yes, there's also a Clamperl art rare that not many are a fan of. I like it. I like the Gen 3 Pokemon. I always find Gorbis, Huntail, and Clamperl to be memorable because Gen 3 you were able to dive underwater. I thought that was a very, very cool mechanic of the game. And I do miss that. I hope Pokemon can bring back dive one day. Oh, we have Titan by Kawaii. Very nice. I like how they sort of make the action pose sort of like a blur in a way, but also without looking like 3D art. It's a bit more impressive to me, just in my opinion. Anyway, if you like the 5-band graphics more, you are entitled to your own opinion. But I definitely like when Kawaii makes the EX cards. One to the front. Machamp is another, no, that's Machamp, I'm thinking the V card. Back from Sword and Shield era. There's definitely other Kawaii EX cards that they've made. We have Giovanni's Persian. We'll sleeve that up as well. I do like the red glow. Again, very on theme with the Team Rocket colors. Alright, and we're almost done with the traditional Chinese box, and then we'll move on to Japanese, see which one is nicer to us. We have Pupitar, we have Blip Bug, we have Meditite, Clam Pearl, not the art rare, just the regular Clam Pearl. Reminds me of those hideouts with all the, oh my gosh, these arrows would drive me crazy. The minute you step on an arrow panel, it drives you in that direction. So if you step on the wrong one, you could just end up in square one and start over again, getting through the maze. Ariana's Murkrow going through the servers. I wonder what it's doing, hacking the system. Rotom. Wow, speak of the devil, I did pull the Clam Pearl art rare, but I do like it. It's very nice. Especially I feel like the traditional Chinese sort of adds to the incredible detail we have on here. By Mori Yu. Very nice. I like that perspective. Looking down from underwater up reminds me of the Little Mermaid when she's like singing in that cave. Alright, so that's the third art rare. Usually, again, you usually get 3 art rares per booster box, just like in your Japanese booster boxes. At least the Asian language booster box pull rates are very consistent, unlike English. Alright, we have Medicham, again just chilling by Whisker. Second to last pack. And then we'll move on to the Japanese booster box. Hey, I'm okay with Jamming Tower gold card. That is very cool. It's very detailed. Oh, Raticate. That's also a nice Raticate art rare. Rocket's Raticate, of course. Proton. But I guess it makes sense for the admins to be named after actual Rocket since it is Team Rocket. Just, I did not expect that to be a thing. We have Bomb here. Houndour, Blipbug, Nidorino, and ending this box with a Muck. But do not go anywhere yet. We have box El Numero Dos. So let's get on cracking. Again, very interesting how there's no Pokeball shrink wrap. Do you think Japan should do the same thing? Do you think it would help? Not that tampering is really much of an issue anymore. Maybe it still is, but I definitely don't see as much juice boxes in booster boxes anymore. But I'm sure it certainly could be of assistance in some way with warding off any tampering. Right, so 30 more packs and hopefully a good secret rare. Let's see what we can pull. Glory of Team Rocket, please treat me nicely this time. Okay, so again, different backing, already direct comparison. If it's not Japanese, you'll have this back. If it's Japanese, it'll be this back. So yeah, that's why the traditional Chinese backings look just like the English ones. Mankey, Rocket Zubat, very nice. Torchic, it's very cute. What a Gen 3 loving this, ironically, besides Gen 1. Alright, so let's keep going. Again, do you like the Japanese backings more, or do you prefer the English or the non-Japanese English backing? International backings, as they call it. Rocket's Blipbug, so yeah, language difference. Oh, okay, that's a very nice art rare. We have Archer's Houndoom. That's a very interesting perspective. Like, it looks like it's just circling around him. Like, just doing some cool acrobatic flip, even with the dog. But, yeah, really impressive art rare. This is by Nagimiso. Remember them illustrating also Rhyme and a lot of other cool cards. They have a very detailed art style that's very eye-catching. I always notice their artwork. Okay, I'm used to the adverts for the traditional Chinese. I'm not used to just doing one to the front now. All right, Nidoran female. We have Growlithe and Rocket's Sneasel. Very nice. I should have included Weavile. All right, let's keep going here. Again, I love the theme. One to the front. Nice. Again, card quality is going to be exactly the same as the traditional Chinese. Everything's printed in Japan except Korea. Anything Asian language besides Korea is going to be printed in Japan. I really feel bad for them because the minute they added Simplified Chinese Pokemon cards to the mix, it just became crazier because Simplified Chinese releases know how to grab the attention from the rest of the world. They've been very cool, very unique, very collectible. But the problem is there's such high demand in China, and as you know, they have the second largest population in the world. I really feel like they should have another facility to help out with the load because it is quite a lot. But at the same time too, I know sometimes it can also lead to more issues with maybe quality control or someone messing with the pull rates or I don't taking secret rares or leaking information ahead of time. I know that can be an issue too. Crobat, very nice. Now 2 languages. So let's hit the like button for Crobat. Phil, if you guys remember from the old days. But it's just that's also ultimately what leads to the shortages that happen in mainland China with all the cool releases. I'm also wondering how they'll release this set over there. They just entered the Scarlet and Violet era. They're still early on, so still might be some time until they catch up. But when they do catch up, I am curious to see how they do things or if they're going to release as often because their sets are like a massive mashup of, you know, multiple Japanese sets and English sets as well. All right, Spidops, very nice, by Taiga Kasai. They're a previous winner of the Pokemon illustration contest. They won with a really impressive Greninja. Also, the Spidops art rare by NC Empire, absolutely gorgeous card. If you remember the Thievul, I believe from V-Star Universe or Crown Zenith, similar artist, like nice comic-y sort of monocolor with black and white sort of vibe. I really like it. It has a very edgy but kind of like dramatic look to it. Now we got Ariana Zapdos in 2 languages. Very happy with that. I am a legendary birds collector, so I gotta get as many legendary birds as I can. On to the front. It's very nice not having the extra advert. Less load. So yeah, that also means the booster boxes will weigh very differently because of those added cards. So if it feels a bit heavier, that's why. So they're not exactly the same, the booster boxes, even though the formatting and like the pull rates will be the same. They'll just add in those extra little advertisements. All right, Arboliva EX, very nice. The olives are very prominent on this EX by Planeta CG, not 5-band graphics. Okay, so moving on. The advertisements, well, not the advertisements, the surveys remind me a lot of the Korean advertisements, just without the actual, you know, reminder of the other Pokemon cards and products you can get from the country. Sometimes the movies or the video games too. But continuing here, what is your chase from Glory of Team Rocket? There's so many awesome cards to choose from, but I feel like everyone has their different favorites. Even if it's an uncommon card, even if it's a holo card, even if it's an art rare, comment below, because this has been a very highly anticipated set, and it has yet to come out in Destined Rivals. But it is fun to open this in 2 different languages and seeing what we can possibly get. I'm very excited to see what other art rares we can get. The Houndoom was a very strong start in my opinion. If we can get all art rares under the Team Rocket Pokemon, that would be super cool. Toddle. Oh, nice. Number 2, we have Orbeetle. The Rocket's Orbeetle by Hyoganosuke. So that's number 2. Let's try to get 3 in a row. And you'll definitely have to hit the like button for that one. Okay. It's Toddle. So next pack here. And of course, I am always wondering what the secret is going to be. It looks like it's going to come towards the latter half. We have Swellow, Dolliv. Very cute Torchic. The Blaziken is quite nice, although I do like the holo better, ironically. I think the art style for that definitely pops more, but to each their own. We have Fortress, very nice detailed Fortress. Menacing Mareep, like what are you gonna do to me? Give me an electric shock, paralyze me temporarily? Okay, see the Meowth actually looks a little bit more menacing with the claws, more threatening in that aspect. Yes, Moltres, Archer's Moltres in 2 languages, Japanese and traditional Chinese. That'll look very nice in the binder. And then when Korean comes out, I'll definitely have a blast with that one too. You can expect that to come out. Don't worry, it will come out. I know sometimes people worry that Korean sets won't come out. I don't know why. They always follow, well, they have been following Japanese releases since Black and White era, I think, or a little bit after Black and White era. Yeah, don't worry, they don't go off on their own thing. Maybe with the collection boxes, they're starting to do their own thing, which is pretty cool. Like what they did with the Espeon and Umbreon Terrestrial Festival boxes. Okay, we got Petrol, full art, definitely not one of my chases, but we got one of the admins, so that's pretty cool. It's very bold and vibrant by Gosan, so very prominent coloring and shading. It's very easy to recognize Gosan's art style in my opinion. Okay, so that is the secret rare. Hopefully not the only one. Most likely it might be though, since we're this far in. But also let me know what you guys think to the comparisons between the 2 languages. I know I'll have to do probably a Korean one too, because you guys like to see the differences. We have Huntail, oh, and Clamperl in the same pack. You know, Gorbis, but that's okay. All right, and I think we're still due for one more art rare, so let's see what we can pull if I didn't overlook it already. I have Giovanni, I have Nidoran, Porygon 2, Porygon Z, very nice. Next to each other, just missing Porygon in that pack. All right. But how has Glory of Team Rocket also have treated you? Have you gotten your chase already early on? Is it taking forever? Have you not pulled it yet? Definitely seems to be a little difficult getting the nice cards from this set. Oh wow, Annihilate. That is really cool. By Shiburengaru. Same artist as the Zapdos special art rare from 151. Amazing. I love the little ghost, I don't know what you want to call them, like little soul marks there. It looks like it's about to destroy something big time. Annihilate's very intimidating as a Pokemon, but a nice, very cool continued evolutionary line of Primeape. All right, Lurantis. We have Larvitar, Ekans, Squawkabilly. Reminds me of the Squawkabilly from Paldea Evolved. It's the same color too. There's like 4 different colors of Squawkabilly. It's funny how they keep bringing in the green. Okay, we have Proton, Snover, Skarmory, Rattata. Oh, and Regirock. Very detailed Regirock. It's nice when they don't have 5-band graphics to the EX cards sometimes. They have a little bit of extra flavor to them in terms of art style. All right, we have a few more packs left. I was really hoping to pull one of the special art rares, but it always happens when you least expect it. That's when I usually notice when I pull the craziest cards, when you don't exactly anticipate it. Oh, okay, it's not a Rocket art rare, but it's actually very cute. There's a very cute friendship going on between Quagsire and Kangaskhan here. Even the little baby looks really interested. Very nice casual sort of artwork, but it's memorable at the same time. Hit the like button for this art rare. Very adorable. Not something you'd expect from a Rocket set, but it's kind of like a nice little balance from all the menacing, criminalistic artwork you get from this set. All right, 3rd to last pack, I think? No, 4th to last pack. Okay, let's see what else we can get. So we got all our art rares already. I don't know if we got all our secret rares. You never know. But it could also be the only secret that I've played. It is what it is. On to the front. Let's see what else we can get. Barraskewda. Larvitar, I've seen you a lot. Clamperl, Tailo. I like this Tailo artwork very much. We have Arcanine. And we have 2 more packs. Also, if you'd like to get your own booster box, either in Japanese or traditional Chinese, be sure to check out my web store, KrystalKollectz.com. I do have these available. There's even cool blisters that release in Taiwan and Hong Kong that has a nice little Meowth or Rocket's Meowth art rare with the stamp on it saying collector set in traditional Chinese. And now we're on to our last pack. But thank you guys always for your support. And I'll still be catching up on videos, so expect more releases soon. And we're ending this with a Zamazenta holographic by Mitsuhiro Arita, the legend himself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.